It was Mark Poulton that packaged him. Mark is fired. Tell Mark I'm mad.
Yeah, this is primetime Poulton. Keep it entertaining. You already knowin'. Outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Viking Whoop, U.S. Assassin. Doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not frontin'. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is primetime Poulton. This is primetime Poulton. Let's go.
Behold the King of Kings. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. In red as he walked from the place where the traitor lost both his name and his face. Through the halls and the corridors, stinking in blood, he tasted his grin, and it tasted good. The King took his head, left him broken and dead. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Left none living, unable to tell. The King took their heads and he sent them to hell. Their screams echo loud in the place of their death. Ripped open they die with their final breath. They hail the King of Kings. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Into the dirt. His will be done. Now feel your fear. There can be only one. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down to the. Bow down. Bow down to the King. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. The King is here. Now feel your fear. The King of Kings. All hail the King. On your knees for the King. The King of Kings. There is only one.
Hey, Graveyard Shift 2 was really, really good. It's one of my favorite Comicsgate books that I've ever read. I really, really enjoyed it. I keep saying that. I meant I didn't realize how much I liked Mark Poulton's writing. but I do. He writes a pretty good action superhero yarn. I'm tempted to check out his other project, which looks Sea Dog. It looks pretty cool as well. Codename Kill Switch.
Just another boring day where nothing changes, everything was normal till you came running up my street, and you ran so fast I was taken by the flash. Then you came and brought me here. You locked me here. You locked me in your basement. And you told me you loved me. And I said I loved you too. And it happened all so fast. I was taken by the flash. 'Cause Flash, I know you know that you're the fastest man I know. Whenever you're away from me, my whole world moves so slow. The only thing I have now are the memories that passed. If I'd have known this day would be all I taken by the flash. My mother and my father, they both warned me when they said you were unstable. But your jawline and your brown eyes, they were more than I could take. And it happened all so fast, I was taken by the flash. Now we both gone missing and we're kissing till the police come to find us. Is it wrong that I like it and I don't wanna go back home? And it happened all so fast, I was taken by the flash. 'Cause Flash, I know you know that you're the fastest man I know. Whenever you're away from me, my whole world moves so slow. The only thing I have now are the memories that pass. If I'd have known this day would be all now taken by the flash. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just
What's up, everyone? Happy Sunday. It's the Moral Compass, the Fulfillment King, Poppy, King of the Indies, Mark Poulton, and welcome to the Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club, episode 65. Today we're talking Cutting Class, starring a very young Brad Pitt. Joining me, my co-host, Dexter Weeks. What's up, Dex?
What's going on, everyone? I see your collection's growing back there, Mark.
Oh, what's that? All the figures and stuff?
Yeah, man. It's starting
Oh,
to
yeah. Yeah. I'm running out of room, man.
grow already.
Yeah. No, yeah. I started this G.I. Joe, a signed G.I. Joe classified collection this year, and it's already getting pretty big. So
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Looks good.
we also got Enrico Botta with us. What's up, Enrico?
Bada bing.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
What's up, man?
And our noob to the show. This is what, a second week here?
Yeah,
Mark Yoon.
Mark.
Yes.
What is up, all?
Yeah, I think he's already got as many appearances as Chris Graves on the show.
Does that mean you're gonna take his name off the title card, Mark?
Well, Mark's on probationary status right now. This is an audition. We'll see before we add him to the credits.
Gotcha.
He's doing good right now.
Always
How's
room for
everyone?
you.
How's everyone been this weekend?
Yeah, just busy as usual. Busy.
Yeah.
YouTube is having some weird glitch where it demonetized a bunch of channels, including my own. So I haven't been able to make content because the channel's not making money. I still could make content, but I don't know if it's an issue with YouTube or my issue with me. I never break copyright rules, so it's a little concerning, but it has been a known issue that it's a glitch going around. But YouTube asked me to send in a 5-minute video explaining the entire process of me creating content. So that was fun. And they said they're going to look at it within 14 days. So that's going to be a long time, a half a month of losing money from YouTube, but it is what it is. But I'm doing good other than that.
I saw a friend of the show, the Gooch. He was on Twitter complaining YouTube deleted, I think, 385 of his memberships to his channel. So
yeah, they've been deleting videos from people too. It's all the same glitch. It's like deleting videos, demonetization. It's like across the board bad right now.
Jeez.
Rough.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I know there's been issues with Indiegogo as well. It's been up and down all day, as reported by, our man in the chat, the one, the only. Ice pick Mark Pangren. He says, Indiegogo appears to be down. That is inconvenient. Oh, wait, thank God it's back up. It's able to beat in 2024 with amazing Chris Graves art, a John Malin cover, and a Biker Mice from Mars add-on. And he's talking about Writhe Payne. No mention of me. That's all right. I'm always the other guy. Book I do. I'm used to it by now. But I just thought Pangren would at least have my back.
We know you're part of it, Mark. Don't worry, man.
He says, once we hit the $20,000 stretch goal, we will get a print of definitely a Babe print, according to Pangren, by Corey Barton, who has a sign up for his next book, and that is Androminoids. And since TMC is the hardest working man, there is some praise in comics. He also has another active campaign with books by Mike McMahon and EJ Morgs. Thank you so much. Giving Mark Yoon a shout out. Penguin also says Dexter has a book with babes, boobs, and zombies. Talking Beast of Blood Island.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Don't be a bum back type 1 and slide up in Sean's messages online to buy preview books. And he says Indiegogo keeps erroring out with error 429. Too many requests. That's all the people trying to buy Writhe Payne. We brought down the site.
Yeah, weren't you number 1 up there, Mark?
Number 1. I checked today. We're still number 1.
Nice.
I'm happy. But that's because no one's been able to get on it all day. So
yeah, right.
Let's see. Penguin says, glad you survived Ballers, TMC. Yeah, I was on Ballers to launch Writhe Payne 2 with Chris, Mandy Summers, Shane Davis, and Dale Keown. Were nice enough to invite us on to launch our book. Chris is sort of like the unofficial fourth baller over there. So started at 9 and we were done at 3:30.
Wow.
Oh wow,
Can
geez.
you stay up, Mark? You made it till 3:30?
I was dying. John Malin joined us too. And towards the end, he was like, Mark, pitch the book. And I was so dead. My pitch was like 2 seconds long because I was like, I just want to go to bed. But the party continued on after they were done streaming. John fired up a stream and Chris joined him over there. Writhe Payne did over $7,000 on the first on the opening night. And within the first 24 hours, we were over $8,000. So
Great.
We'll check in on the campaign. Let's get through the chat first. Mark Penguin says Enrico is my favorite aloof indie artist.
Thanks. What?
And Penguin thinks all this Indiegogo stuff is schemes and scams all around YouTube. Indiegogo, yeah. Mark says Shane Davis was an hour late to his own show because he was threatened by your toxic masculinity, TMC. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that.
Stands for it's Toxic Masculinity Comics.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. That would be an offshoot brand. That's where I publish the controversial work.
The Toxic Masculinity Avengers.
Yeah. But we were talking about, let's bring up the campaign Writhe Payne Book 2 on Indiegogo. I'm afraid to refresh it because it might not come back up. But we're at $8,470. Let's play this trailer for everyone. Writhe Payne Book 2, guys. When Evil Rose. We're having technical difficulties over here. StreamYard's not broadcasting to X. So we have a smaller live audience watching. Hopefully, they'll catch the replay. But man, Eric, weird things all around. YouTube, Indiegogo, StreamYard.
Are we being attacked, Mark? Are we under attack or like what's happening?
Maybe.
Sounds like a DDS attack.
Wow, something's going on. Crazy.
But we got this beautiful Chris Graves cover and our variant cover by John Malin. We got this right before the campaign went live. I had to quick go in, change the campaign page, and all the thumbnails that this appeared in. So
that was the under construction one, right?
Yeah, that was the under construction one. So it turned out beautiful. You know what? Let's see if I can find a file of this so we can blow it up and get a nicer look at it. Where is it at? Here we go. But yeah, man, this is my 20, probably 30 something campaign, but I still get very nervous before a launch. Once the book is live, I'm relaxed, but up until then, man, I'm so nervous. And I know Chris Graves, who's in the chat, he should hop on and join us.
Was Squirt the first Mark that all of us were a part of here?
Dex and I did a Cat Named Haiku Kickstarter.
Oh, that's right. You did
way back when. And that may have been like the easiest Kickstarter ever because all we offered was a digital version of the book.
Right.
There's no shipping. All we did was send out the file, and then our printer, our publisher, got to print the physical book.
Yeah, I guess the distribution's got to be a killer on you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. Yeah, man. It's like
Here we go. Here's this John Malin cover. I'm going to blow it up.
very cool.
Blow it up.
Start at the top, do the slow scroll down like we do here. So here we go. We can see Payne mask and the vines coming out of the back of his mask. Looks awesome.
It's badass.
We as we scroll down, we see the Raven Skull logo. A lot of people didn't realize, but that's the logo on Writhe Payne. It's a Raven Skull.
That is indeed what we're looking at right now.
Yep. That's the Raven's eyes popping out at us right now. Malin, this is the bondage cover.
There you go.
But colors by Anthony George. John got this cover done Thursday and sent it to Anthony George. I had given him notice saying, hey, we have a cover coming your way. Going to need it by Friday for the launch. He missed my emails apparently, because when he got the cover, I said, hey, did you get that cover from John? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, did you get my other emails saying it was coming? And he was like, no. And I said, oh, well, I need it tomorrow. And he was like, oh. But he managed to get it done, and it looks beautiful.
He always does such a good job at colors. I love Anthony.
Yeah, fantastic.
Top of the game, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, so beautiful cover by John Malin. It's definitely, I think, the hottest seller on the campaign.
That's great.
So, guys, if you haven't got your copy yet, check out the link that Penguin shared. Let's stop the screen share. Oh, here we go. So, Writhe Payne, successful launch. We set the campaign to 27 days, so we're going to close out on Halloween. Well, the first half of the campaign, anyway.
Right.
Let's check in with the chat. Chris Graves says, yo. He loves those neck veins and tendons. He should be in here telling us this. Are the Eagles playing? Are the Eagles on right now?
They're off this week. So.
Yeah.
He's probably
Phillies are on, man. They were losing.
He's probably watching.
I always got to give props to Chris because his shadows on his art's really good. I love his shadow work.
Yeah. Props to Chris. If he was here, he'd get this praise in person.
We'll just praise him instead.
Yeah. And, of course, we got Beast of Blood Island, the perfect book, the perfect 2 books for Halloween season.
Yes, sir.
Tell us all about Beast of Blood Island, Dex.
Yeah, man. We're rocking and rolling as usual. We're getting ready for the convention. We got Monster Mania coming up. We're going to be representing Beast of Blood, have some copies available. But yeah, it's just pretty much it's beasts, babes, boobs, all the good stuff is there. So
yeah, and it looks like you got a little movement since the last time we showed the campaign. So that's awesome, guys. Yeah. You guys are fulfilling in December, so that's right around the corner. All the work for this book is done. It just has to be sent off to the printer. But absolutely gorgeous artwork by Steve and Dex here.
Yeah.
If you love the ladies, this is and you love the monsters, this book's for you.
No doubt, man. And like, I don't know if I was saying before that, we're looking to hopefully make this into a movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Usna really highly interested in it. And, we'll see what happens. We've been there before, Mark,
Oh, yeah.
So
I keep going back and thinking about that signing at San Diego that one year with Melise Jow and MTV covered it.
I hope that was it, man. But
I remember you actually leaning over to me and said, "This is it.
Yeah.
We did it."
Yeah. Never again. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
A lot of
one
pipe
day.
dreams.
One
a
day.
lot of pipe dreams. But it's all good.
Yeah. So Actually, like, tell us a little bit about like the Brian Usna connection.
Yeah, well, it all started. One of the guys that we work with, he actually has the license to Beast of Blood.
Mhm.
His name's Dave Sheeran. You know, he worked for AMC, worked on Walking Dead, or a lot of cool things. So Steve and I have been working with him, and he's friends with Brian Usna, and so he got in touch with him and just see if he liked what was going on, and that's where Steve and I came in. We created this book and all the artwork and everything, and Brian loved it. So one of the cool things that came out of that is I got to have lunch with him, and I couldn't believe it. Mark, I had lunch with Brian Usna, got some of my Fangoria signed. It was great.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing. And yeah, he's really interested. I mean, he really wants to do this thing. And like I said, we'll see what happens. So far as I know, it's still greenlit. So it's just like anything else in Hollywood. It's all about money, raising money, and all that stuff, and getting producers and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, it's always cool. Like, I guess that's like one of the dreams, like to see your work translated into film.
Yeah.
We came close, I guess, with Koni Waves.
Sure.
But like now you're working with Brian Usna. Like right before the launch for Writhe Payne on Instagram, I got a DM from a writer producer, and he was like, I love the look of your books. Tell me about them. And I was
Wow.
like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Hollywood's failing, Mark. So they need cool stuff. So hopefully we could change the market, because I don't know, Hollywood's not doing too great right now. So
Has anyone seen Joker?
no,
Dude, let me tell you something. I watched about, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes of that from a, one of my streaming sites that I have. And it's like, as Chris Graves would say, the biggest pile of dog shit I've ever seen in my life. I turned it off. I probably won't even finish it.
Yeah, I've heard that. Once again, I don't know, this is all like fake news on the internet, but I've heard that there was guys that had video, and he said people were walking out before it even finished. He's like, I'm the only one in the theater. Everybody just left before the movie was even over. So a lot of people.
I remember like that is like ridiculous. From having like $1 billion movie to like, let's turn it into a snarky musical.
Oh, sorry. Part of me wants to finish it because I kind of like started it to see, but it just wasn't anything, dude. It just didn't grab me at all. There was nothing going on. It was like just watching it, and I was like, what is happening here? This is so terrible.
Yeah.
So I changed it and I watched The Substance. That was awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That was a good one. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies of the year. So yeah.
Grace says, Dex, you snitching? And he says, Penguin, damn right, he's working on the book. Mark Penguin also says Avengelyne, soon to be major motion picture. Yeah, that's where Hollywood writes it stuff with Avengelyne. Hopefully they'll follow a storyline written by yours truly for Avengelyne.
Awesome, dude.
Hopefully you get a credit.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Well, you know how
Chris, yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah. Grace, spoiler alert, Joker gets graped. Oh my gosh. And Terrifier 3 this week.
I'll be there, Penguin. I already got my tickets. I invited the King, but he couldn't make it. So we'll have to make up another time.
I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings by going without him. So
well, I'll be there Thursday. So
I went to the movies yesterday with my son. There's YouTubers he likes called Sam and Colby, and they investigate haunted places. And they had a movie out in theaters. So we went to Cinemark, and I got the not the Art the Clown head bucket, but just the regular bucket. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen that. They're cool.
But man, all the reports, it just keeps getting better. Like it's the best buzz. Like people are throwing up and fainting because of the movie.
I'm not.
But we witnessed it with 2 Dex. We watched people get up and walk out.
And I tell you, to this day, Mark, I swear they were just getting up. And I'm like, why are they going right now to get popcorn or something to drink? It's like this. And then it dawned on me after the fact. It was
I mean, it was during that bedroom scene that I was watching like this.
Because I'm like, why would you leave during that scene? You know, but I guess they couldn't take it. So
We just watched 1 and 2 because Missy wanted to see them.
Mm.
And 2 again, like I'm watching it, like I'm watching that scene like this.
The hanging girl?
She's no in 2 the bedroom scene with the salt and the
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm glad that I waited to watch it. Like, you guys put me on the Tubi because of the show, so I started going through Tubi watches. I just finished the Exorcist show. I actually like that too. But I was watching Terrifier 1 and 2, and I was like, I don't know why I never watched these movies before. They're like right up my alley, and I'm like, I just always thought they looked stupid, but they're amazing.
Well, here's the thing. There's literally like you would say like 3 movies, right, Mark, with Art the Clown in it.
Yeah.
There's the short one too, right? The short film one he's in.
He was
All
like
Hallows Eve. Yeah.
But then you got the third movie. Like, who doesn't already know about Art the Clown? So how are people still getting, you know, like disgusted and sick and like, you know, the people that are going to those movies already know what to expect. So
I don't know how anybody gets past that in a post like 2 Girls 1 Cup world anyway. Like my gross out is like max. There's nothing that can gross me out anymore.
Right.
I ticked off a lot of people on Twitter. Someone posted a picture of Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, and Art the Clown, and someone said, and they said one of them has to go, and everyone was like, Art the Clown, he's no icon. And I was like, Art already has as many good movies as Freddy and Jason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
there's no doubt he's an icon. I mean, I think this movie's really gonna. I mean, we're already fans, Mark, but I guess it's gonna open up to a lot more people, I guess. But I'm excited for it. I can't wait. So
yeah, and it's crazy, just like how mainstream it's becoming. Like seeing Art the Clown cups and popcorn buckets. It's crazy.
They're going to all like the Halloween stores, buying all this stuff up. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah.
Well, I think Dex is right. It has to do with like a lot of the fall of like what's going on and people looking to latch on to new properties that they haven't really noticed before or rediscover. And I think that bleeds into it a lot because there's like nothing really going on in Hollywood.
Yeah. And I mean, if you think about the whole Terrifier franchise, I know it's basically a Terrifier episode, but
I mean, we always go back to Terrifier anyway.
But I mean,
it really brought back my love for horror movies.
Without a doubt, that's why I loved it, Mark. Because like it reminded me, because my daughters always say, "Why do you watch that crap?" You know, and it's like it reminded me of the '80s, like renting those old VHS tapes, just
discovering new stuff.
Yeah. There was no MPA was involved. It was just like anything went. It was over the top, and that's what's great about it. It's basically almost like a FU to Hollywood. You know,
and now they're trying to PG-13ify like every horror franchise, and it doesn't work.
And Damon's like, you know what? F you.
Turn the killer into a hero in some way.
Oh, they always try to, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what's great about these Terrifier movies. They're like totally against all that, and I love it. I just freaking love it. So
yeah,
I did hear in horror news, Freddie Prinze Jr. is returning to the I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise.
Is he?
he
Yeah.
didn't die in the movie. I can't remember. It's been
in the first one, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Ryan Phillippe died.
Oh, okay.
And then Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt were back for the sequel, and they both survived. No word yet on if Jennifer Love Hewitt is returning, but
wasn't there like a series and stuff too? I swear, like this movie is going to be titled like "My Alzheimer's Light Up for 5 minutes," so I remembered what accidentally happened like 40 summers ago.
I barely recall what happened.
Yeah, but
Supernatural at this point because he was old as hell in the first one.
Well, he's probably around our age, right, Mark? Or
well, we're
Freddie? Yeah, he's probably our age.
Oh, not Freddie. I'm talking about the killer.
The killer?
Oh, yeah, right. The hook. Yeah, you got the hook.
Yeah, the ring.
Mark says the bedroom salting the wound scene is brutal. Also, Enrico, I just saw Ablaze put out a Crow comic by James O'Barr. Are they just reprinting the old books?
Oh, that's good.
I saw that too. I think it might be a new series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what got me into that?
Oh, go ahead, man.
No, I was just interrupting, but you know what got me into that Terrifier, like what really hooked me? It was the hanging girl scene where her friend was like witnessing that,
Yeah.
and then it made me laugh out loud. But like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just pulls out a gun and starts shooting the girl, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" There's like no rules to this, and that's why I was hooked instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was
Where they're
taken
in
aback
that
the
TV
first time.
show. That was great.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the killer can pull out a handgun, you know.
Yeah.
His little bag of tricks, you know.
But so this week we're talking Cutting Class. The chat picked this one, and this stars a very young Brad Pitt. I remember watching this like on Prism. It seemed to be on like, I don't know, it was on a lot. I would watch it every time it came on. But it's about this guy who goes away to a mental institute, and then he's released, and he comes back to school. Apparently he accidentally killed his father by cutting the brakes brakes on his car. But this kid was at the time, before he got sent away, was best friends with Brad Pitt, and since they've been apart, Brad Pitt is now like the cool guy in school, dates the high school cheerleader who the principal is very into.
Everybody at that school seems to be. It was like
everyone.
It was crazy.
Now, I mean, we grew up in the 80s. I mean, was it really like that? Like, were we all just a bunch of creeps? Like, I just don't remember it like that.
Yeah.
Still creeps. They just pretend they're not anymore.
I'll tell you one thing though, we look like we could still go to this high school because everyone there looked like they were like 45
nobody
years
looked
old.
like they were in high school. That's always the case, you know. So.
Mark says the chat picked a great movie. So we got Ice Picks rating already. So of course, this new kid, he has the hots for Brad Pitt's girlfriend. Brad really doesn't want anything to do with the kid anymore, even though the kid thinks they're still like best friends.
I mean, you make a good first impression on him by trying to scoop up his girl like right away when you first are introduced to him.
Right.
The teachers at the school, especially one teacher, always picks on Brad Pitt too for not being smart, but apparently he's going to go to college on a basketball scholarship. So he doesn't really care about grades. And now at one point, the kid who gets sent away, the crazy kid, he stands up for Brad Pitt and was like, "Stop picking on him." And this is like, oh, they're putting their friendship back together. Right. All the while, you see people getting like knocked off, like Brad Pitt's friends. The main girl's dad in the opening scene, played by Martin Mull, he's on a hunting trip, which I think he just like wandered out into the woods in the neighborhood.
Wasn't too far, yeah. I mean,
yeah, he's not very far away.
Yeah. So my whole thing was like, why couldn't he just go back home? Like you said,
we see him like literally get up and walk, and then he just like sits down again like later in the movie, and I'm just like, go home, dude. Like, what do? You hate your life or something? The dude like steps on him.
Yeah, the school trip.
It's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he gets shot shot with an arrow by the killer. And he's like in the woods the entire time. The school's out on a field trip, and they walk like right past him, like actually step on him. So he's like trying to get back to civilization, but it's really not that far.
He's always screaming for help, you know. I guess that's the running gag, you know, the running gag in the movie.
So the big thing is like, who is the killer? Is it the kid who just returned from the mental hospital, or is it Brad Pitt? Because we see Brad, you know, he's a bully. He loses his college scholarship because he gets in a brawl at a basketball game. He's like always trying to pressure his girlfriend into sex, and you know his friend.
Yeah, the creepy janitor. He was a suspect. So.
Yeah,
they see the ring on that one kill with the teacher.
At one point, you thought maybe he was involved.
Yeah, so at one point the teacher gets one of the teachers gets killed and her face gets photocopied, and the ring of Brad Pitt shows up in the photocopy. So then we're like, oh, you know, his girlfriend's like, oh, it's Brad Pitt.
Right.
But a big surprise. It turns out to be the other guy. Why he blames that girl's father, right, for getting sent away?
Yeah, he was a DA. He put him away.
Yeah.
So
He was just like, he didn't believe me, so I
Yeah.
don't trust you to believe me either. That was the biggest horse shit I've ever seen in like a movie. It's like I know what they were going for. It's like, all right, well, we're gonna steer away from him so you don't think, and then bam, it actually is him. But there was like no like real motive. There was no real like he was the hot dog boy the whole movie, like he was just like a little friendly, like I'm trying to get with this girl. It was out of nowhere for me. I don't know. This movie was horseshit.
What?
Dog vomit. Like I swear to God.
Yeah, you're already Penguin's least
I'm
favorite.
sorry, but listen, it took a friggin' hour to even get started. Like it was like Saved by the Bell until you get to like an hour into the freaking movie.
there was a bunch of nothing.
And
Yeah.
the movie's only an hour and a half. So it's like there's not much going on at all. And that girl does way too many extracurricular activities. The main girl who looks like Demi Moore, like she literally like is on like every club, does everything. Every scene you see her doing something else, and I'm just like, what else? How do you have time to date?
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not gonna bang you until your grades get better, girl. But
Well, she wasn't putting out, man. She was always like, this is more important or that. And, Brad Pitt got all upset about it. By the way, I love how it's Brad Pitt. We don't even know the character's name, really.
No, it's just
oh
Brad
yeah,
Pitt.
yeah.
Brad Pitt. He's just
Penguin
Brad.
says the Martin Mull thing was a great reoccurring gag in the film. He says although electroshock therapy actually made him crazy, and the killer was actually innocent, it was Brad Pitt who cut the brakes in his dad's car. Yeah, they were just messing around. Brad Pitt didn't realize he cut the brakes to the car.
Right.
Okay, that's
yeah,
that tidbit.
When they were working, well, because you were probably sleeping because this movie is ambient embodied, but like they were literally like underneath the car in like the shop class, and he was like, don't touch my car unless I'm under here. It was that scene.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm usually with you on this stuff. This movie was like, it was bad.
Graves says, I agree. Horse shit. Chris, you didn't even watch the movie. Don't even try to pretend.
Yeah.
It was slow, man. Even for me, it was a little slow.
Amanda B, Yoon and Graves like Dragon Ball, so their taste is already sus.
All right, Mayday. We're not even going to say anything to that. Ugh, I can't. I mean, I tried to look for stuff in the movie to latch on to, like a certain character, but one thing I didn't like is their character traits switch so constantly. Like they're not the same characters throughout.
So I was going to bring this up. Brad Pitt, once he like loses his scholarship, he was like, "Let's study. I'm not getting a college scholarship. I got to rely on my grades now."
Right.
And they go to like Pederast High because literally every single teacher is like trying to mack on the students like the whole time, and it's not even like in a non-obvious way. It's like it's the principal's like, come back to my office and try on this like cheerleader outfit for me.
I mean, Martin Mull needs to make his daughter wear longer skirts to school.
I mean, yeah, he had her bent over, and like even the art teacher. Remember the art teacher's like, "Yeah, pick up the apple."
Yeah.
All creepy.
Well, didn't Brad Pitt say you like boys or something to the art teacher?
Yeah.
And then he starts staring at his girlfriend's tits, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like he clearly
yeah.
doesn't. And that was another thing. When Brad Pitt first shows up, I thought he was with the blonde girl. Looks like Hilary Duff, because he walks right up to her and smacks her titty. And then he goes over and kisses the other girl. And I'm like, what's going on here?
That's because he's like super alpha, bro. He's like so butch.
Penger says because Brad Pitt knew his dad was going to beat the shit out of him if he didn't study. Amanda says, I didn't get to finish it, but I didn't hate what I watched. But the principal teacher crush on the girl was cringe.
Yeah,
it wasn't just her. It was the art teacher. It was the janitor. It was the other teacher that they're involved with. It was every single teacher, male teacher in that school, had a scene where they're staring at her butt or they're like staring at her chest or they're trying to hook up with her. It was insane. It was every teacher.
I don't remember the 80s being like that.
That sounds more like today from all the like news reports here. Chris Gray says, Amanda B, you're just mad there's no $75 commissions on the Writhe Payne page. Amanda says, and how does the girl not gracefully grab stuff from the floor rather than bend over with the short skirt? That's like taught to girls from such a young age.
Right.
And Amanda says maybe she is mad about that.
Well, I still don't even know what her friend like was doing in that pep rally, because it's like, does she had a crush on somebody? Because she just took her panties off and like was like flashing everyone.
Right.
Meanwhile, the first person who's in front of her is this old teacher lady who's just like staring at her cooch the whole time, and I'm like, what is going on here?
So was the or not the supervisor, the what's it called, the head guy, what's his name, Mike, is it McDowell or whatever?
Yeah, Roddy McDowell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remember, he was all staring at her too, like he had that look in his eyes, like all creepy.
And
I don't know, man. I just thought the movie was fun.
I mean, I could see fun, but like for me, it's like there was so. At least if the kills were good, I can give it some credit. But like one guy just gets cooked in a kiln, they don't even show it. One guy gets like his throat slit under the bleachers, and it doesn't even show anything. It's just like blood pouring out of the knife.
They saved it all for the end. Like the end was the budget.
Oh, when they're fighting in the shop class with like the Sanders or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what Star Wars?
Well, hold up! Breaking news. Graves says, "I retract my original review. This movie sounds great."
I'm convincing myself as I'm talking about it too. Oh man, it was a good watch. It was fun.
I mean, do we?
Penguin says TMC. He is a wise man. Thank you.
I mean, do we all agree that this was Brad Pitt's first movie, or
no? Because when we looked it up, it was the '87 was his first
right.
movie. This was '89. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Yeah, so it wasn't. Yeah.
I don't know. You could tell the guy was a star though, even in this. I think.
Yeah, he was carrying the whole movie. So
yeah. I tried to like the main actress because she was hot, but I'm like, I can't like. She's such a nothing burger character. Like, is she a good girl or is she like a rebel? Like, is she like, you know what I mean? She's like, okay, fine. Like, first of all, what are these money grubbing whores doing the entire time where they're trying to get Brad Pitt's ring? It's like every scene they're like, give me your family heirloom,
right?
And then you're just like, what is going on? And then he finally trades it for a key so he can look up a medical file. It's like, go to the library, bro. It's public record. Like, I don't know why you have to go to the school.
But even that scene when he gave her the key, or she gave him the key, she was like, "Oh, I'm going to stay home and study." And then next, you see her hop in the car. It's like all of a sudden she's again, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. It was just like all over the place. There was no direction. That's I think the problem that I had was there was no like clear, concise direction for any of the characters or even the plot to move forward. It kind of felt like a dozen different movies packaged together into like one anthology film. I like really like couldn't get a direction out of it.
Well, what about the killer, Mark? He was in Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh my God!
He what?
Yeah, he was in that Electric Boogaloo. The main,
really?
He looks familiar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I had no idea.
Yeah, you got to look it up, man.
Is he the main guy?
Yeah. I think he was in the Blob, the remake, the one that we reviewed.
Huh?
Could have sworn he was in that too, but
wow,
I know he was in Breaking 2. So. That's good old 80s
classics, yeah.
All you 80s classics out there. So
I did love the aesthetic and stuff going on because it took me back. But beyond that, yeah, like as Dex was saying, I don't remember high school being like that quite that way.
And none of them look like they were in high school. So like
I also don't remember in shop class being able to work on actual people's cars, like in the actual garage. You know.
Oh, at my school, I think people worked on their cars.
Did they? Oh, my school didn't do that. They just had like the real parts, but like they would never like it was like a school car that they would like break down and fix up and stuff like that.
Well, how about the archery? Like, remember one time you see Brad Pitt, he was going to shoot the teacher,
and then he gets a bullseye like right after. I was like, oh, he would have killed him. Like that would have been it for him. He would have been done. Should have, pervert.
So, am I the only one who likes the movie, or?
Oh no, I would say I liked it. I would just say it was like it was slow. It was definitely questionable. It aged, but for nostalgia and for fun and for Brad Pitt, I would say I liked it.
I'm in the middle. I think. I mean, I'm kind of like with you in the beginning. I was like, this is total horseshit.
Yeah.
But by the end, like when he finally axed that guy, the teacher.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
That was starting to get cool, But
the one thing I would say, it's like. We say it all the time. A movie's only as good as the killer. I wish the killer was like cooler looking. Like, if he had some sort of
he was
a dude.
He was
outfit or
square, hip to be square.
He was pretty much.
Yeah,
and maybe like a mechanic jumpsuit and
something.
I don't know.
Like if you had an alter ego, like a costume that like so
Yeah.
people wouldn't know who it is. But no, he just walks up to her one day and he's just like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm the killer." And then she like claw hammers him in the shop, and you're like, "Okay, like sure."
Did any of you guys have a blazer, an '80s blazer like that, or like am I the only one? Or remember that blazer?
I definitely got. I had them. I got rid of mine. Now I have more modern blazers.
Right. I had that old '80s Miami
Like
Vice.
leather.
Oh yeah, the Miami roll up the sleeves and
Yeah. I used to rock that, Mark, if you could believe it. So.
I believe it, Dex. I believe it. Graves says, yeah, that's one of the reasons Hellfest sucked. Come on. Leave Hellfest alone. Maybe
I don't even remember Hellfest. Was that a movie that we watched?
That was a found footage one, wasn't it? Like
No, Hellfest is the movie that started this show. I think it was only back when me and Chris did the show, because Dex joined soon thereafter, right? Were you, Dex? You weren't here for Hellfest.
No, I wasn't. No.
Hellfest. I love Hellfest. It takes place in a scare attraction at an amusement park. It takes place. They filmed at a Fright Fest at a Great Adventure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think the movie was bad. Like for the record, I like Hellfest.
Yeah. But Chris hates it. But I like it. But yeah, that's the movie that started Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club.
Nice.
Like as a romp, this was like a fun like watch when I wasn't like about to fall asleep. But like as a movie, it's dog shit. Like it's just...
Yeah, if you're not really trying, if you're not thinking about it, like I said, for nostalgia, for Brad Pitt, you know,
Right.
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, but I'll watch like A River Runs Through It then if I want to see a young Brad Pitt. Like watching this, like
Well,
it was
when
an
are you
hour
ever
and
going to
30
see him in a
minutes.
horror movie these days?
It
You're
was
not
an
going to
hour. I mean, then we watched Interview with the Vampire, but it was an hour and 30 minutes, and it felt like I was watching a season of something. Like that's how long it was.
I wonder.
Yep. Me, Penguin, and Graves were here for Hellfest, and me and Penguin are the only ones left.
I wonder if Brad Pitt has that on his IMDb. Mark, do you think he has this movie on?
I'm
there?
sure it's on his IMDb, but he probably doesn't want to like you to know about it.
Yeah.
This is probably one of those things where like the actor was just like working, and then like later on they try to capitalize on his fame by being like Brad Pitt. You know what I mean?
Totally. I'm sure it was re-released with a new cover and everything.
Right.
That main girl though was gorgeous. She looked like Demi Moore fused with like Shannon Doherty or something. Like she was like she was pretty.
So you would have been one of those
Shannon.
creepy teachers telling her to bend over.
Goodness. He's like, you see how the muscles change and enhance? It's like, yeah, that's what we're looking at, right?
And I mean, I went to art school and it was never like that. So
Yeah. And we had like advanced art 1, 2, and 3 in my high school too, the advanced art classes, and we did like still life and crap. We weren't like drawing high school girls like in swimsuits, yeah, bending over with apples.
Amanda was here too for Hellfest. So my apologies, Amanda.
she's one of the OGs. Yeah.
So I picked out next week's movie. I feel like I've heard of this movie before, but I've never seen it. It's called Final Summer. I'm gonna play the trailer. It looks amazing. So we'll see. Have you any of you guys heard of it?
I think I've heard of it, but I haven't. I might have seen a trailer or something, but I don't think I haven't seen the movie.
Is it the sequel to Cutting Class?
we can pretend it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it looks cool. The new voice of horror, but he just remade Friday the 13th.
Wait, was that the same soundtrack that you used for the video?
The trailer?
Yeah,
It looks like it sounded like it. But it stars Tom Matthews from Friday the 13th. So clearly they want you to think this is a Friday the 13th movie. Camp Silver Lake.
Yeah. Wait,
You know
what was
what
it called again?
You know what
What's
I
that?
love is
What's it called again?
Final Summer.
Final Summer. Okay.
you know what I love is when they're like from the producer of whatever, and the producer and like, I
Never heard of it.
these movies.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounded like a Maybelline commercial. It was like revealer and stylist. I'm like, okay,
Right.
what's
I never
next?
heard of those, so.
And cover up.
Sheldon Martin says, "Dang, I forgot to watch this. Sounds like I missed a season of tit smacking good time or something."
Well, you see one titty in the whole movie, by the way, and it's just a girl that walks by in a room full of 45-year-old women. So it's not really
Sheldon, if you like girls in short mini skirts and undies bent over, then you'll like this movie. So
Chris says, haha, no left for Amanda. My apologies, Amanda. She says she left the Girl Scout event early to be here. No respect. Everyone's trying to butter up to her now because of my faux pas. This is why you're the queen of the chat, Amanda.
she is the queen. Right.
But yeah, so a mixed review for a cutting class.
this was a bad, I feel like, application for me to be a part of the main crew, but I gotta go with my gut, man. I can't.
No,
you
be
pull
true
me
to
around
yourself.
on some of it.
What it's all about, man. So
At least you watched the movie. If Chris was here, he would be like, "Oh, this movie's terrible. Did you watch it?" Nah, man. Of course I didn't.
It was great.
I don't know when we're going to do the show, though, next week. I have to figure out a time because next weekend I will be at Brickfest. I'm a guest there for their comic. Their Comic-Con is part of Brickfest, so I'll be there selling all my kids' books.
Where's
and
that
then Oaks, PA, at the Great Philadelphia Expo Center.
oh, cool.
Yeah. So I'll be there maybe. And then Monday, since it's Columbus Day and we're all off, we're going to Great Adventure. So maybe we'll do some Fright Fest type stuff there.
Cool.
But I'll figure out a time and we'll talk about Final Summer. Guys, make sure you go back Beast of Blood Island and Writhe Payne 2. And I want to thank Amanda B for being here. And Mark Pengard for being here. They've been here since the beginning, man. Amanda she's been here longer than Pengard. She was one of the OGs. She was watching me and Phil McNulty talk wrestling when no one was here.
Did I meet her? I feel like we were at a convention when Squirt was coming out. We were promoting Squirt, and I
no. Amanda lives in. She doesn't live near here. I don't know if she wants me to dox her, but yeah.
Give her a
121.
Maybe you'll meet her if next year around this time, the Haunted Pizza Meetup, Universal Studios, Dark Universe, open it up. It's not on me. Save your money. Get another job if you need one.
The Universal in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the new Universal Studio is opening up. Yeah.
So it's like an hour away from me.
Ask your bosses for some overtime. Whatever you have to do to be there.
Well, maybe you can get us free ticket if you're a citizen or a
citizen. Yeah, if you're people that live in Florida, resident, like we get discounts on all the parks.
Yeah, that's what I meant, resident.
Yeah, we get discounts. So if you want me to see how much that would be, then maybe we can filter the cash through me and I'll just buy the tickets or something like that. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, that could work. Rock on, man.
Sheldon says OG is one of the OGs. Road trip.
I just got that.
Road trip for Graves because he doesn't fly. Yeah, you can drive down there, Chris.
He's going to jog there. Meet us there.
We'll meet you there in 3 days.
Amanda says, "Me, I walked away. Me being from Maine is not a secret." All right. I didn't know if you had any stalkers out there. They might show up on your doorstep.
Well, we appreciate you, Amanda. So
we do. I'm sorry for the mistake. All right, that'll do it for this week. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting Writhe Payne, making it a big launch and #1 book on Indiegogo for the weekend. That's awesome. Really appreciate it. Chris, I'm sure he appreciates it too. He's hard at work on the book. So thank you, everyone. And we'll be back this Wednesday on Revolution. Thanks for watching, guys.